This is the 200cc Big Blue Ultra shortcut, and it's undoubtedly one of the hardest shortcuts in the entire game. The only problem is, for an inexperienced Mario Kart player like myself to be able to pull this off, I have to rely on my best driving skills and incredible patience to ultimately complete this game-breaking shortcut. But I'm not going to stop there, because today I'm going to attempt 4 other increasingly difficult shortcuts, ranging from mushroom cuts that my baby cousin can do, to the precise streamless shortcuts that I wouldn't dare attempt online. Along the way, I'll be teaching you how to do all these shortcuts for yourself, leading up to the final boss of shortcuts, the 200cc Big Blue Ultra shortcut. To kick things off, if you go to the third track of the Mushroom Cup, you'll find a canyon of pure diabetes called Sweet Sweet Canyon. And at the end of this track, you will find a shortcut surrounded by off-road. And the way it works is simple. First, start a left drift, then, right before you're going to reach the off-road, use your mushroom and drift through the shortcut. And boom, you've just done the Sweet Sweet Canyon shortcut. Okay, coming up to the shortcut now, I'm going to trick off this ramp, start a drift, start a left drift, mushroom through the shortcut, and boom! First shortcut complete. Moving on to shortcut number 2. On the track Hyrule circuit, there's a very famous streamless shortcut, or NISK, which you can do. This shortcut can look intimidating at first, but it's actually really easy. First, trick off the right side of the ramp, then start a right drift, charge up a mini turbo. After charging up a mini turbo, hop between the tree and the castle, and you should soar through the air over the grass. Okay, I'm coming up to the shortcut now. I'm going to trick off this ramp, I'm going to drift and release my mini turbo. Too late there. I'm coming up to the shortcut now. I'm going to trick off this ramp, start a drift, release my mini turbo, and boom, I soared over the grass. The shortcuts might be looking easy now, but trust me, it gets so much more difficult. Next up at number 3, everyone knows the mushroom shortcut at the end of Shy Guy Falls, where you mushroom and trick off this ramp and then land on the path. But did you know you can do this shortcut without a mushroom? And there's even 2 ways to do it. You can either take the top path or take the bottom path. The bottom path is a lot easier and more consistent. However, it can take a bit of time to get used to, and it's pretty difficult. And the top path is a lot harder and less consistent, and it takes so much time to get used to. And if you see someone pulling this off online, you know they're good. But can I, someone who's never attempted this shortcut before, pull this off? Let's find out. But first, how do you actually do this shortcut? First, trick off this ramp, then start a right drift, release your mini turbo here, hop, then fly over the grass onto the ramp and trick off it. And that's how you do it. After coming back home from school and finishing off my homework, I go over to my gaming setup and started to attempt the Shy Guy Falls streamless shortcut. Actually, I'm gonna watch a tutorial first. So after watching a tutorial and changing my kart combo, and use my newfound Mario Kart knowledge to try to complete this shortcut. Okay, I'm gonna trick off this ramp, start a drift, hop, and I didn't trick there, but I still made it over the grass. And to prove it wasn't a fluke, I did it again. Okay, I'm coming up to a shortcut, I'm gonna trick, drift, hop, and I made it over the grass again. Now, completing this shortcut was a massive ego boost, as it was a pretty difficult shortcut and I was able to do it twice in the span of 20 minutes. So I was feeling quite confident and decided to attempt the Yoshi's Island streamless shortcut. But little did I know that this would be the hardest shortcut that I would ever attempt. But let's first learn how to actually do this shortcut. First, start a wide right drift. Then, once you've charged up your mini turbo, release your mini turbo, do a left hop, do a neutral hop, and trick off the small patch of grass. And if you did that all right, you should just barely make it over the gap. Oh, that's gonna be difficult. I've never tried thinking about trying to complete this shortcut because of its sheer difficulty. But now's no time to talk, because I have to complete this shortcut in... Well, this looks really difficult, so I can hop off this bit and get air, but how do I make it over that gap? Is there another way to do this so it doesn't take me 10 hours to complete it? Oh, I just don't have enough speed. How do I get more speed? Wait, what if I just try using a faster combo? That's actually not that bad of an idea. If I did that, I'd probably have enough speed to clear that gap, which I didn't have enough before. I'm just gonna increase the speed by a little bit and keep the mini turbo quite high. Let's just bump up the speed with Bowser and hope we have enough mini turbo. Wait, what if I just use the same combo as my tutorial? But they're just using Yoshi Teddy Buggy. Alright, Bowser, it is then. The problem with using Bowser is I can't charge up my mini turbo fast enough. Is there any other way to make your cart go faster? How to make your cart go faster? Oh yeah, you can use coins to go faster. So if I collect 10 coins and use Yoshi Teddy Buggy, I should be able to clear it. Come on, there's no time to mess around now. Okay, I'm getting closer, that's a good sign. But each attempt takes so much time. Oh my god, that took like 2 minutes and I did basically nothing. That was such a waste of time. I know exactly how to do it, I just can't pull it off in the moment. I feel like there's just something I'm missing. Let's look at some other people and see how they do it. I've never had to think so hard on a Mario Kart game my entire life. I just don't understand how they do it. I just want to take a break, but I can't. Come on. No. Oh my goodness. I am running out of time. This is realistically my last attempt today. Oh my god. Okay. It's a new day today, and yesterday I failed. But I just need to carry on from yesterday, learn from my mistakes, and keep on going. And I feel like that's just kind of the mentality you need for anything. I'm gonna collect my 10 coins, and then I'm gonna hop, and oh my god, this is difficult. Wait, what? This isn't even the hardest shortcut. I still have one more to go after this one. I'm just trying different methods now. I can't do it this way, I can't do it that way. I have to collect 10 coins to make myself go faster. I have to use a combo that I kinda hate. If I try it to the left and get my mini turbo earlier, alright, watch this. That was definitely intentional. Here's how I could do it a lot easier. I do it on 200cc. Oh my god, I keep touching the grass. The problems. I physically can't nail the timing, which is a problem for a shortcut that requires a lot of timing. I have yet to figure out the cart combo. I'm still using Yoshi Teddy Buggy right now, however, it might not be optimal. And finally, I have basically no idea what I'm doing still. Bro, there's like 50 other things I could be doing right now. Why do I make myself do this? Oh my god, what the heck? I just did that. Bro, I've been waiting so long for this. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. Moving on to the next shortcut. To provide some background context, this shortcut is notorious for being one of the hardest shortcuts in the entire game. And like the Shy Guy Falls shortcut, there's two different ways to do it. A top path and a bottom path. And the top path is known to be the easier shortcut. However, it does take longer. And the bottom path is a lot harder and is the one used in the world record time trials. This shortcut saves an entire 1.7 seconds. To put that into perspective, that could literally be the difference between first and last place on a typical race of Cheeseland. But enough about how much time it saves. How do you actually do it? Land on the left side of the path. After that, start a right drift off the track, land on this path here, go down to the bottom, drift off the edge there, and somehow make it over that massive gap. Why do I make myself do this? This is the 200cc Big Blue Ultra Shortcut attempt 1. That was actually not too bad on the first attempt. Now I want you to look very closely at this clip here. Now it might look like I'm not good enough to clear the gap, which is partially true. However, I used Yoshi Mr. Scooty, which is conveniently one of the slowest combos in the entire game. However, the difference between my combo and the world record holder combo is drastic. This is how fast my combo is, and this is how fast the world record combo is. Big difference, right? But I never thought about doing this, so this was just a big disadvantage for me. So after many deaths and desperate attempts to make something work, I formed a plan. The first part of the plan was to watch as many videos of people doing it, to see how the pros actually do it. And I did just that. I watched as many videos as I could of different people doing this shortcut, and oh my goodness, I can't stress how much it helped. Like, I was getting really consistently close. Take this by a grain of salt, but if you're trying to master a new skill or hobby, watch as many videos as you can of people doing it. But after dozens of attempts, I started to have my doubts. Oh my god, how are you supposed to avoid that wall there? Just dodged the wall, and I fell in. I'm breaking this skill up into two parts, the shortcut itself and the sequence of driving before that. Now, the sequence itself is pretty self-explanatory. How are you supposed to do the shortcut without actually learning it? But the sequence of driving before that is equally as important. You see, if I spend more time driving around, then I'll have less time to do my actual attempts. That just means I get less attempts, and it takes longer. But that's not a problem for me, because Big Blue's one of the only tracks I actually practice. So all I need to do is practice the shortcut. Okay, I think that happened because I clipped the wall. I just need to hop over that gap. Oh, come on. No. It has a chance. No. Oh my god, make it, no. I would have made it if I didn't hit that wall. Okay, looking not too bad. All right. Okay, didn't trick, but oh my god. Yes, make it. No. Trick. Yes. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Yes. I made it. Let's go. Oh my goodness. That is crazy. No way I just did that. Oh my god. Yes.